frame there. Of course, former World Cup winning All Black. He is re-qualifying for Tonga under Olympic eligibility regulations. And he, alongside his Tongan teammates, are looking to put one over on Manu Samoa here, who, of course, lost the qualifying finals to Spain at this stadium back in 2016 and missed out on the Olympics. (69-5), Samoa won their opening game against Mexico. Milani Matamau, the captain, he pulled the strings. And he's an international 15-a-side player as well. Craig Evans, the referee for this one. Rob Vickerman, what are you looking for?
Oh, I am so excited by this. I've actually been lucky enough to witness a Tonga-Samoa game many a time, both in 7s and 15s, and I think I spent most of the game wincing. Just the sheer scale of some of the hits. It's going to be a defensive, dominant display from these teams. They're looking for the big shots. These history of teams go back way, way, way. It's a long boy to come to play your neighbours.
Tonga in their red shirts, running right to left, get us underway against Samoa, and it's Fotu Lokatui who wins the kickoff. Jack Ram there at scrum half, off to Malakai Fekitoa. Plays for Wasps these days, of course, in the Gallagher Premiership, and they've come up with an error early on. They were good off the kickoff, but just off point on the accuracy there.
Yeah, unfortunate start. You know, work his way into the world of sevens. Very much a different game to 15s. But the calibre of him, just being able to walk down the same tunnel, to look across and see such experience and smile on his face. That's what you want to see. Fekitoa no doubt going to feature in this game prominently.
Playing 10 here too. Power comes on from the Tongans. They're the heaviest team at the tournament. Plus 100 Ks, most of them, and there's a big tackle coming in from Daniel Kilioni, who plays his rugby for Grenoble here in France, and that's been called high by Craig Evans, so it's a penalty to Samoa. We said it would be physical. It hasn't let us down.
Well, there's the first one to try and measure up. What do you reckon that was on the Richter? It's a hell of a collision. They just hit unlike anyone else. They're so powerful. It's like a boxer's heavyweight shot.
Paul Scanlon, playmaker, works the short side, puts the foot on the gas and bumps off Fekitoa, who went in for the big hit. That's what he's known for, but in sevens you've got to be careful about going for the big ones, because you can set a runner free. And here's Maliko running clear. Va Apelo Maliko gets the opening score for Manu Samoa.
You're exactly right, Rupert. When you chase the big shot, you can leave yourself exposed. The fleet-footed ability of many of these Samoan players is going to explore any type of gap. Malika does it, gets underneath the sticks, and gives it the big Superman celeb. Rip the shot. Underneath the sticks, and gives it the big Superman celeb. Rip the shirt open. Get your cape on.
A young Samoan team here. Most of them based in Samoa. A lot of players unavailable, couldn't travel, that are based in New Zealand. And they haven't let their nation down so far. Big win against Mexico early on, and they started brilliantly against Samoa. Here's Fekitoa. Once more, Kilioni. Jack Ram there with the penalty, goes quickly. Offload that time from Alaska Talfa, and then again, ball just goes forward, the loose pass, and Fekitoa just says, calm it down, boys, let's not force it.
He's not got quite the golden touch going just yet. The star player just looking to create little bits. People are going to be attracted to him defensively because he's such a threat ball in hand. He's not happy with himself and how he started.
How hard is it, though, Vix, for these guys who come out of 15-a-side seasons with the different S&C strength and conditioning you have in that code to come here and play sevens?
It's all encompassing. It actually encompasses all about your nervous system. So straight away, your energy systems are completely sapped. It's so hard to adjust.
Another hit coming in from Kilioni. He's looking to assert himself, and there's Fekitoa, who drills Falanico into the floor. Falanico got a hat-trick in the opener against Mexico. He didn't go very far that time. Lokatui, with the tape around his head, burst through the tackle of Maliko up to the halfway. They go for the turnover. They don't win it. Penalty to Tonga. Whoa, I felt that one from up here.
Checking the foundations of the stadium with these shots coming in. T-Right just trying to take that tempo and slow the game down a little bit.
Of course, Malachi Fekitoa, 24 tests for the All Blacks. Hasn't played for them since 2015 World Cup final. He came here to play for Toulon, just down the road here in the French Riviera. And here he is.
Let's keep this gap. Step out.
And you got one player to choose to run into, it would not be Fekitoa. He picks him up and slams him down.
Completely legal as well. And we carry on. Tonga with some good field position. David Halai, Fanua, another season 15-a-side international. Alaska Taufa keeps the ball alive. And Afusipa Tomoya Pau opens Tonga's account in Monaco.
The thing I like about this, and I'm not sure it's intentional, but Jackman, who started that, he almost dummies the catch. Milford gave him an absolute shot for his trouble, but because of Ram's line, the gap opened up.
10 seconds.
Tommy Apau plays his rugby for Perpignan here in France. Sydney born. Actually played for Australia at the Rugby World Cup Sevens in 2009. So he's another player that's transferring back to Tonga. They need to play 50% of the matches here, these players that are transferring, in order to re-qualify for Tonga and therefore be eligible for both sevens and 15s.
Well, that's a massive statement, isn't it? I did think more people might put their hand up for that, such as the quality of AB's past.
Well, a lot of talk about Charles Piutau, wasn't there, and his desire to join his brother back in Tonga rugby, but he's got a semi-final in the Premiership to look after this weekend as Afa gets lifted high, loose ball. Roy Lolasio's out there for Tonga in the number 2 shirt, shifted across by Ramoni. He got a couple of tries this morning. Keeping the ball alive. Afa, another tackle coming in. You got to watch the big red shirts coming your way. That was Jack Ram that time. Here's Maliko again, the try scorer. Fekitoa adds his weight once more, and lovely feet from Paul Scanlon to avoid the heavy artillery on that occasion. 2-point ball game. Here comes Samoa looking for their second try. Falanico has some open space. He's got support with him. It's Levi Milford. And that was a lovely inside line, the death pass, and Milford makes it 2.
And that's good patience by the Samoans. They know the shots are going to come in. And it's like the Matador. You want to stay out the way, the likes of Jack Ram coming in to give you some rib service. These clips are just brilliant, but then the other side of it is that deception.
Okay, we've got to restart.
The balance, poison, pace on the outside. Falico finds the inside line, and Milford supports it and scores it.
Back underway, 14-5. Samoa lead Tonga. And here they come, looking to respond once more. Daniel Kilioni. Also out there is Saya Fekitoa. He's the one with the pink hair. Here's his brother Malachi. Loose ball. Fekitoa. Saya reacts well to make sure they keep a hold of that one. Jack Ram. Good clear out from him to make sure they keep the ball. Lolasio. Kilioni spending a lot of time on this near side touchline. Tommy Apau, here's Fekitoa. Jack Ram. Jack Ram. It's Fotuloka-Tui just kneeling on the floor, and side entry was the call on Fekitoa, so it's penalty to Samoa, and they'll put pace on the game straight away. And threading the needle is Steve Rimoni. And that's 3 tries now for Samoa, showing their sevens pedigree here against Tonga.
Yeah, they're playing efficient sevens. They know when to try and lift it, when to cope, when to shift the ball, and that was a lovely line. It's just about the pace of this Samoan team. There's just too much of it. Right across the board, constant threat with ball in hand. The big shots are coming in from Tonga, but it's like trying to stop a tap with a sponge when they've got this much pace. And Rimoni continues his tally this tournament.
So Samoa not yet being upstaged by their Pacific neighbours Tonga in this one. They lead it at half-time by 21 points to 5.
Be strong in the rough. Be strong in the rough.
Tonga up against it, against Samoa. 21-5. Samoa lead 3 first half tries. Maliko, Milford and Rimoni for Samoa. Just the 1 score to Tommy Apau. Change for Tonga at half-time. Lopeti Tamani, former Wallaby, is out there in the number 10 shirt. There's Brian Lima. He was assistant coach here, Rob, back in 2016 when Samoa lost that repechage final. Career he's had, still the most caps all-time. Manu Samoa, Test rugby player of all time.
The chiropractor. You'd imagine that defensive session. If you're not going right, you have to go and tackle with your coach. That would be enough to try and make sure you get your tackles in.
Didn't you catch a couple of his hits?
Yeah, he's mangled one of my ribs. Thanks, Brian.
The chiropractor, best nickname in rugby. Apart from nobody, that's my second favourite. We'll explain that in a second. Here comes Samoa. Playing efficient sevens, out-and-out sevens players these, up against the Tongan side made up of 15 regulars. And again at the breakdown, Tonga have won a penalty and Malakai Fekitoa will come away with it. This is Manu. Up to the 22 and the big clear outside, Fekitoa.
Backwards.
I'm not sure his big brother Malakai would have enjoyed that one. Pass in front of him, but they retain possession, do Tonga. There's a hit coming in this time from Afa for Samoa. That was on Lopeti Tamani, and here comes Jack Ram. Tonga looking for their second score of the match. Lola Sio tries to put some footwork on, but then just goes route one. Maliko's up to the defensive task. Tamani. Nice right to left pass over to Manu. Loose ball again. chipped ahead by Samoa. Good defence in their red zone, and they're going to run away with it. It's Maliko again. And take a bit of tongue hanging out as well as he streaks away under the posts. No love lost between Samoa and Tonga, and that was something of a statement.
There's no obligation for him to put this ball down yet either. He can stay there as long as he wants. Not sure Fekatoa knows that. We need to turn around and get tracking backwards.
Hey, Malachi, the game's not going to restart unless you get back there, and is it Lepeti Tamani? No, it's Manu who's had to run all the way back to force him to put it down. That's a team who hasn't played a lot of sevens.
And they're tracking back, not able to stop him. The one thing I want to see here is this look back. He knows he's got an all-black World Cup winner chasing him, and he's just wheels him, and he wants him to know it. The tongue out! Oh! You better watch out for the next couple of minutes. The next couple of minutes. Maliko, your name is now on a list.
So Tonga out, 4 tries to the good, Samoa rather, and keep ball off the restart again. Matavao to Scanlon. Switch play once more. Falaniko decides to kick in behind this time. Smart play from Samoa. Ramoni plays a bit of football and finishes as well. The Samoa Sevens rookie, Steve Ramoni, all smiles in the south of France.
There's such a clever use of space. 7 up for the Tonga team. Loads of space in behind, and then the deft touch. Just like the Monaco football effort, that was a lovely weighted kick. Waits for the ball to bounce up, gets the members' effort. And Ramoni, he continues to impress out here in Monaco. Many stalwarts back in Samoa watching this one on, and they'll be happy with their young pups.
Conversion successful. Change for Samoa. Bright Tapaniko coming on in the 11 shirt. Steve Ramoni gets a couple of high fives and a rest for his efforts.
Yeah, and big pressure wearing that number 8 shirt. Tommasio Lossio, normally the bearer of that one. He was a wonderful sevens player.
Tell you what, they're looking good. Samoa again hunting another try. It's Milford who already picks up one in the first half, and how's that for a pass out the back to Fa'afoi Falaniko, hat-trick hero against Mexico, and he's bagged another double here.
Milford with a Samoan spirit from the restart, gets it back in. You guess you could call it a speculator. He doesn't know who's on the inside, but you've got to throw it to know. Out the back of the right, goes right across my ear.
Touch the Tongan hand too. Really is interesting, this Samoan team. You think of the players they don't have available. Alofipo, Joe Perez, Lossi Filippo. You mentioned Tomasi Alassio. They've all been called up to the 15-a-side team that are playing the Māori All Blacks and the Tonga 15s in June and July. So they've come here with a young side, a predominantly Samoan-based side, and they're looking very slick indeed.
And one thing we know from the series, you need that strength and depth. And one thing we're seeing here, the Samoa have it aplenty.
42-5, approaching the final minute.
Hold in. Okay.
Penalty Samoa, wanting to really rub this in to Tonga. They won't let up here. They want to get to 50. Falaniko. Little chip again, didn't quite work out for him. Fekatoa was up to it, but Milford.
Pull in the player. Blue, pull in 12.
So Tonga, just the one try in the first half to tell me a power. No, keep working hard here, but you can tell this match from their point of view with the ball in hand has really grind to a halt. They are feeling it in the heat here in Monaco, and they're going to feel a bit more of the skill of Paul Scanlon as he scoops up dishes it off to Tapaniko. And bright Tapaniko comes off the bench and gets a nice little gift.
Well, I'm not sure if it's his birthday, but that is a gift. What about the shot to set it up, though? Maliko putting that right shoulder in, ball on the floor. Who reacts first? And it's just the pace again of Samoa. Been a real theme. The gap in behind. Lovely little touch on the right foot from Scanlon, and then there we go, mate. There's a little present for you. Remember this.
Good use of the kicking game in this game down the stretch, particularly from Tonga, particularly from Samoa with a tiring Tongan team.
Yeah, tiring team without that tactical nous of when to have that sweeper in behind. It's been emphatic from the Samoans. Difficult game to play, I'm sure, but that is a scoreline that they will print out and put around the country, I'm sure.
47-5, Samoa beat Tonga. Samoa have racked up over 100 points across their opening 2 games here at the Monaco Sevens repechage. Wonder whether they'd be under strength. Could they be as competitive as they were in 2016? Well, it sure looks like it. So far, they are a team to watch this weekend.
Well, that game alone has provided enough clips to fill a whole reel of highlights. We had everything, the shots, the massive collisions, a bit of stardust with Ika Fekatoa managing to get his name on the shirt, and then the tries are plenty. Samoa looking pretty at the top of their tree.
Look at that, plus 106 points difference. 2 from 2 as our island. And when those 2 teams go head-to-head, that will certainly be worth watching and will ultimately decide Pool A and what we've seen so far. France got their opening win this morning. They lead Pool B. Jamaica, Hong Kong, who are up next, also feature. We've seen an exciting day of sevens so far, and it continues. We're into Pool B in the men's draw, and it's Hong Kong who won their pool here at the Monaco repechage back in 2016. And Rob Vickerman, who are the players to watch here? Vastly experienced sevens outfit. This is their core game, and they've got